man here. He's here, he's here. Who's a legend? He's just a... How will I sing, say? No. That was way back when he released one a couple of, well, maybe a year or two ago. And right now it's one of the songs I like to start my morning with. Here we go.
I got to do my day. Got to do my day.
This is my favorite song. Hear the first line.
The day.
Jump Project 1 FM. Oh yeah. We got the man here. We got him here. Sean Tebal in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Big up Channel Royal, the whole crew, 107.3 The Royal Turn Up. We're live right now, the Wake Up Shake Up Show. But here we got the man in the studio, Bajja Jedd. Oh yeah. Hey, good morning, Bajja.
Good morning.
I mean it. Hey. We have to take a walk, man. We have to take a walk down Murray Lane, go to this way, go to Pata, come over, Artist Road, come. No, we have to do it, man, because I mean, yo, I was just last night looking, last night, the night before, looking for like some pictures,
yes,
you know, for you. Okay, I sent me a picture, I said, boy, what picture, Bajja, man. And when I went on Google, I see why young man was up, especially weird. I was like, yeah, from way back when.
Yeah.
I mean, ooh.
We started early, through high school, and right out of high school to college, and then left college, and 18, 19, and day and night because, like my boy say, catch 22, him say I'm tired, but then again, we never get weary.
No.
We always, find that gear, because we search for something, so we'll seek the word.
Lovely. So, what have you been up to, Bajja?
Well, I've been, doing some work here and there, because otherwise, due to going back to school, I incorporate a plumber's trade.
Oh, okay.
And I've been doing some work here and there, helping out in the COVID-19 situation up at the Albert and there, as well as a few other places working in the national housing. But otherwise, from that, musically, I have some stuff in the making. I'm trying a new thing, whereas going deeper into the soca calypso, the Benna. I got introduced to Kevin Watkins. Ganja Kid introduced me, and then I think you linked with him before. Kevin Watt, I have a tune called Soca Dance. It's in the makings. We got an instrumental going, lyric to the lyrics and to the melodies and all of that, and we're gonna put that together. Due to the COVID-19, I know a lot of people don't want to be called a soca dance because if you're not drunk and fall down, if you're not jam till morning come. If you don't want to go home, if you have soca fever, even if you're with your boss or your best friend, girl, you don't want to be called a soca dance, so you have to do them things. But COVID-19 restrict certain things like that. But what are we going to do?
I'll tell you.
Because we don't want to be called a soca dance. Through Benna, like my brother was telling me, soca come through soulful calypso. Benna music through short shirt, and I say we shirt long, short, but still, our dad the rock.
Yeah.
And we are trying to incorporate the culture as well as to what's happening around the world in order to keep going, because business as not only business but lifestyle for the children's sake.
Yeah. Sometimes some people think yes, but then I hear when they talk about it to the street, like come on and all kind of stuff, True. Certain kids have to be in by
curfew.
You know, like, and we're not talking about here in Antigua, but all around the world there's different things going on, you know.
Yeah.
So you're right with what was said there a while ago. No, I got a question to ask you, musically, because you've been doing it a while. You know, what is your, because I asked for you because everybody has their different way of approaching the music, the rhythm, the production, and you've been one to work with some big stars. What do you want to do for Shaggy?
Ray Shaggy, Red Fox, Screech, and
of course.
brand new and large Jamal, Latifah and whatnot.
That's what I'm saying. So, what is your like approach, especially working with these artists? You know, because some artists might feel nervous, but we're good on this man. And you know, what is your approach like working with these guys, getting the right, song out? You know, how will you do it? Because I see you do it now, and it's so easy for you.
Lifestyle plays a more prominent part when it comes to music. I say music is life. You know, we try to bring about moments because moments last forever.
True.
You know, from like memories. But other than that, we are creative ourselves. So we still try to create an original fundamental move in order to say, well, like, this is nothing new under the sun, but we have been doing it for so long. But when we get put our thing into it, seeing that we're here now, you know, it must still have a fundamental thing to it that you just say, well, so cause some people will say, well, I just know we start because they're old school, but not necessarily so. It's just that they put a new piece into it, or something because we are a new crop, a new people, but still we have been here for so long. You know, so it's like the lifestyle itself, the cult, as in whatever we do every day. You know, sometimes we see some sexy girl, you know, like I was Claudia Peters, you know, enough respect due to the Queen Diva. You know, a couple of times I've seen her on stage, you know, and you know, sexy move on, she twists her hips and you know, she pucker her lips. You know, a lot of women do that, you know. But she do it so special, you know, nice, you know, respect due to her family and whatnot. And I sat down and I had some long time that put all of that together, seeing her, you know, she worked with the kids them, I've seen some stuff at the Botanical Garden, and putting all that together and, you know, bring a song, and I've voiced the song before them by Stonewall, I plan to revise it over. You know, it's called Juicy Nana. You know, you know, but that's just to say, we see and we put together, incorporate, we see and we hold our thoughts and memories, and because most youths like to start from, let's say, bottom to the top, but then we have a range, you know, and from a range we can arrange everything, you know, and see where it can go, because, you know, I did a song called Gunshot. I did that song, and one of my biggest inspiration is Jimmy Cliff, and one of the biggest movies is The Harder They Come. It tells a tale about Caribbean people and about music, you know, because then you hear, as DJ mentioned, your culture, ZDK culture, you know, ABS culture, you know, because we pre-news, current events information from these places, you know, and still we even take it from the street and bring it to the studio and send it back out
to the world.
You know, and understanding that is to say, well, where did my influence of Gunshot come from? When I say,
right here.
How did they come? But which I can identify with the lifestyle. You know, they say, well, the so-called ghetto, there's the relationship with the female, the relationship with the music as the, you know, every day trying to survive, trying to get over, you know, even with the marijuana, you know, with all of that. So still we as black people, our Caribbean people, we strive for a higher height, you know, and try to keep it, you know, as to what you see around here today. You find better housing, you know, even marijuana have been legalized. Other than that, the children are uniformed. The children are coming off with a highly educated spirit, you know, in order to, you know, they've been sent away to colleges and school, grants, scholarships, and you know, stuff like that. So from The Harder They Come to now, still gunshot of us, around the world.
You're just saying how you took something from what you saw and made it relevant even up for today.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what a real tool for a lot of the artists right now, instead of trying to make up like a thing where just talk about what's happening in front of you right now, and talk about the emotions. Don't try to sugarcoat it.
Show the logic in it, and show the logic as common sense in it, and also give the people an insight, a range. They say, well, if you go to a show, people must, even when they leave with something. Some people have creative dance steps. So people leave with a creative dance move. Other people leave with an insight where knowledge or even just common sense is concerned, and keep them grounded, because some people sit in the offices every day. And I'm already say, boy, catch 22 say, still it's evident that money is needed, and how artists make money. Look at all these people who are in the offices that don't party. They call them the soca dance. Because they don't have nothing. Until they come out and say, we don't want to be. They don't just say, all right, we don't have to be the soca dance.
They want to be a part of it.
You have to be a part of it. So we're going to everything about soca.
So let me ask you a question before we get into this next time, because you're talking about Jimmy Cliff, as one of the motivators behind one of this. But who are the any artists that help, that you look and say, look, these are people that motivated me to excel in my career? Yeah,
well, I always say the trees. They always come true. You have Short Shirt, Naps in it, and King Swallow. As trees, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny. And you see the flames now. You can see that the volcano just right over there. So yeah, it's hot. See, at the same time, Uncle is a music man, and I always say I'm a music man. On your advice alone, will really generate a movement. The Caribbean, artists like Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, Frank Sinatra.
In trees again, wow.
The genre of the music most of the time come in threes,
Let me ask you a question before you go any further, because if you want to tell me so. Let me stick on that tree and Antigua right now. Tell us about your work with the Flames over the years, and really and truly how, because you've done a couple of songs with the Flames that have really transcended. Up to now, there's a play there and they still sound so fresh. Tell us about it. How was it working with the Flames brothers?
Well, it was beyond enormous. It's the simpleness of we're family. My grandmother's nephews.
Okay.
On my father's side, and just the simpleness of the vibes. It's going in, and if you know music, it become natural. And it just flow. I say, well, he make it to this and you carry it there, like a button.
Right.
And whereas when time the song finishes, say, well, who's saying? Cause we both right to the music, and both right to the song, and to generate and win it, win. Them guys naturally, aware, where music is concerned, and they say, well, when you're hungry, anything come
natural.
And because you use your bottoms, and it was a great feeling. The topics too, Uncle choose some great topics, when it comes to like I'm on Fire, Calypso Dancer, Can't Let Go.
Yeah, okay.
Jungle Lips. So
what tell man? It's a barrage of songs, man. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that because it's great when you have somebody. Whereas you say, well, yo, now tune, check them out. And it's like you want to hype because it means I used to love. I haven't read much now. One of my books I'm reading now is a book about Al Sharpton. I have a few more books that I've read that I haven't. I've read and some that I haven't. But I always try to incorporate myself with a lot of knowledge, a lot of books, a lot of stories, and especially documentaries. So writing, is not too far for words. And You know, that alone when, you know, Uncle will call me. Plus a lot of kung fu movies too. You know. So the beat, the cham, the beat within that, and even there's a music in the speech, you know, like whereas they say poetry, and even how you express yourselves in every dialect, every genre of speaking, there's a beat within that, you know. So when you call me and tell me, yo man, I have this tune, and it's a jungle lips, because you consider the fact of how the world has changed, you know, and I'm incorporate jungle, you know. Congo Man is a song with Onion do that was very, very effective, you know. And when I heard jungle calypso, the beat that Uncle do like calypso with the jungle, Congo Man come to mind, and it depicts an African nature, but at the same time it still depicts Fox, Onion, Caucus, and Uncle. You know, whereas the whole they change and immense feeling within the music in Antigua, you know. So it's like
the Caribbean too, you know?
they talk about people jamming to burning flames. Uncle Onion, Caucus and Fox now stop. Even when rain a come, St. John City broke down. You know, and they've done it many times, you know. Even on the Parkway.
Back to back.
Yeah.
I tell you.
At the Parkway, Eastern Parkway, you see, you know, it's like a stair, so you look up from the museum and look down and you see. It's like this. And one time I did a show up in upstate New York, and right across they had it was me, Fox, Little Kim, and our next year. Exclusively come moderator. And the guy across was Red Hot Chili Peppers, right, with rock and roll. And I saw the place, like the place still like a place of swarm.
Who you name?
Red Hot Chili Peppers, the rock and roll group.
Okay.
Yeah, but what call it? Comparing it to Burning Flames.
Yeah.
You know.
That was the exact same
thing. So we talk about fundamental music, you know, whereas one time you hit, feel no pain and make you do anything and everything, you know, and you see, you say, well, control, influence, them two are two strong words in the world today. You know, I say how you control children, or how you influence them.
Yeah.
You know, can I say, well, I don't control, no influence, because the influence is much greater, but then through the influence you get control. But it's how you accept the rather than an ego, because some people say, well, you can't show and come out like, you know, which is not necessarily so, because the humbleness is the key. You know, even if when you figure you have the, you know, still there's a humble nature in order to, because then, you know, the influence is great, you know, and, you know, consider, like we said, the volcano over the, you know, the hottest soca song, I feel it hot, you know.
The arrow, right, the one shot massive.
Yeah, you know, and when time of flames come out of the volcano, you know, it hot, you know, and I want to say who feels for Antigua and see, you know, burning flames, you know, Caucus and Fox and Onion.
Hey, so Bajja, here's what we're going to do. Because I tell you what, if you can't get talking, we're going to let this man get lyrics, right? No, I'm tell you, I'm going to start let me want anymore. We're going to play this song that you did a couple of weeks ago, especially for a couple of weeks ago, sometime the COVID started this time. And it's called COVID-19, a curse.
That no, they say, well, the other day I was saying, everything that man make is good, right? Because man tried to be godlike. But at the same time, the spoil have an effect. And not everybody can accept
the spoil.
You know, so it must be a curse. And that's why it's the COVID-19. You know.
Right, guys, if you're just tuning in with us, we got Bajja Jedd in the studio giving us a little history about himself, working with you know, all these artists, you know, telling us who inspires him, you know, how he goes about doing his songs and this, so on and so forth. But we're going to play some songs right now, and we're going to play about 2 tracks, and then we're going to get back and look to end the interview, and look to end the show, because we got DJ Tremor lined up and ready to take you guys up until 12. So here we go with this track called COVID-19, a curse.
Oh man! I forgot my mask.
Pull up the chair! Oh my gosh! He's not lying, guys. To my young artists over there, it's so easy to do this and get the right way to see. And that's the way you see when they walk, you know? Long God.
Oh, man. I forgot my mask.
Get you again.
Are you understand? No mask, no entry. And then they are. COVID-19 is a curve. Find who you want to link up with. You might get picked up by her. COVID-19 are the worst. So please, wear your mask whenever you walk and dress. COVID-19 is a curve. Find who you want to link up with. You might get picked up by her. COVID-19 are the worst. So please, wear your mask whenever you walk and dress. Police are look for you when you can't stay home. Time out your yard. How much woman love do you really have in home? Time out your yard. COVID-19 no they want over load. Time out your yard. It's harder for you get knuckle. You really get cold. Time out your yard.
I jump around your point one
Yeah.
This is Bajja Jedd in studio. COVID-19, our curse.
I fire, honey.
Yeah, I'm not lying, bro. I'm not lying. You're doing it so easy. I mean, and these are things that we hear from since the start of COVID. Tanya yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, get knuckle, you check the cycle, man. You know, unless you're being essential work. And you just put all of it outside. Guys, we got Bajja in studio. Hey, what you said? Who's responsible for this one?
Well, me myself and Javan, got introduced from Honey Hench from Fire Studio.
Okay.
Introduced me to him and said he have a few beats. I like that beat is so relaxed and it tells a more calm, a jazzy feel of Antigua.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets the message across.
Easily.
Yeah. I am another person who talk about pronunciation and as well as you know, King Hapson inspired the brawlingness of how I did that, because you know him have a brawling sense of speaking that is very folk, you know, very very cultural when it comes to Antigua, you know. So I would write like a whole page of stuff and formulate it, you know, in a proper sense, like you know, so well. Still, you know, exempt nobody, because still, you know, people are stepping stones, you know, and each one must be firm, and
Definitely.
you know, and with that brawling sense of Tanaya Yard, you know, and well, if you get knuckle, but you really get cold, you know, that
It's also familiar, so Antigua.
Antigua, yeah.
Oh, man. I forgot
We'll always this one more time. Then we got one more song, Let's Eat Licky. Then we gotta look to head out of here. Okay. Jump on your point, FM.
COVID-19 is a curve. Find who you want to link up with. You might get picked up by her. COVID-19 are the worst. So please, wear your mask whenever you walk and dress. COVID-19 is a curve. Find who you want to link up with. You might get picked up by her. COVID-19 are the worst. So please, wear your mask whenever you walk and dress. Police are look for you when you can't stay home. Find out your yard. How much woman love do you really have in home?
Tanaya Yard.
COVID-19 no they want over no.
No, you don't live for ministry health. No, I live in the Shaggy Wonder. Why though?
Yeah.
Why? What is it?
See.
Find out your yard. COVID-19 is a curve. Find who you want to link up with. You might get picked up by her. COVID-19 are the worst. So please, wear your mask whenever you walk and
Hey,
dress.
7 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock, we got Bajja Jedd in the studio, guys. Yeah, we have the original, the legendary Bajja Jedd. Right here on the interview Wednesday. Check the Wake Up, Shake Up show.
Wear your mask whenever you walk and dress.
So, hey, guys, we're going to bring it down a bit. So, Bajja,
Yes.
what does does the road ahead hold for you? You know, what are your plans? You know, can we expect any more legendary features? You know, from the films?
Well,
yeah, something like that.
yeah, I actually have some tunes I like working with a youth from Colombia, Bajja, Colombia, you know, DJ Flavor. Next year in Lion Dub. You know, I got some family in England, in Leicester. You know, Dino Presto, Isaias, and if you have been, because they have musically orientated to my uncle, my mother's brother, that we still try to link to the music. You know, like I said, the tune with Kevin Watkins, Soca Dance, and I have some other tunes that, you know, I really dog is like that. You know, from Trinidad.
Yeah, but dog is like,
yeah, I've did 2 songs, not in combination, but to him, you know, and I'm sounding good. You know, you know, still, like I said, like I said before, I wanted to do a gospel song with Uncle, right? Not really nice, not really nice and go on like, you know, but there's a certain seriousness about Uncle, even though him go on like, you know, with him clown suit and whatnot. There's a seriousness about him that you just say, well, if you could be a pastor, you know.
You're going to pull him up, you pull him up.
He probably can pull him off, you know. Because, you know, it's like you say, well, a certain manship, you know, a certain respect that, you know, I like, I have a gospel song still, and you know, a few of them that I like for him produce, him pull on the studio now and I'm doing the next thing. So I'm saying, nah, we record for a while. So
as soon as things get back up.
Yeah, you know.
And before we get out of here, you got this Coolie Boy mixtape right now that is on social media. Just give a little bit a quick chat about it, you know, what else the songs on there and so forth, what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, the black boy, the coolie, you know, Moolie, Foley, Virgin Merch, yeah, him have the toolie. You see, can't say my rule.
That's okay.
Yeah, because, yeah, black boy, the coolie, so, you know, that come from, you know, my cousin, them call him Black Man. You know, and the next friend down the line, they come up and they call him Coolie. You know, as when I was little, we start Coolie here. You know, so you see that name used to
stick with you.
Yeah, as well as you say, well, we cherish our black heritage. You know, and to the Caribbean, a black and Coolie.
Right.
You know, we mentioned Douglas, a black and Coolie, and you know. Black boy the coolie, black boy of coolie, as well as you know, say, well, original black as African, still D me in Latin as of, you know, the coolie, which in go vice versa, due to the defects of what happened in them say our black race was deteriorated, and the coolie then. And we still end up having to learn from the coolie, you know. So it's like, and the coolie we learn from, you know. The lyrics, the tune, what that nice started off, you know. Actually, Stonewall, Whitney Williams, him helped me arrange it, you know, on the production. You know, there was a lot of tunes on the Ital Girl, and respect to the sound man, then we want the Ital Girl pan dub and then want me to go. For do the Ital girl in a killing style. We not kill the Ital girl. She not shot. Yeah. We not kill the Ital. You know, for love we Ital.
We have to.
We Ital females then because, you know, what else we have, you know?
Definitely.
That the planet have a tune called Black Life, no check, Black Life Matter.
Yeah.
We define it says we not take a check from police. So well, if the police give a cash, then we gotta take cash. You know, but then again, how do we not take a check from the police? We have an ID, we make sure we're not in trouble, we make sure we're not good and go start now.
No problem.
No problem, you know, because the police will look at them and say, a good boy that man, you know. Like it is when, you know, man dress up with them
tie
and bow tie and a shirt, you know, shirt and tuck in the pants and yeah, you know, nowadays things change, you know, still my half of me. shirt in, so you see me try, you know, but things in positive light, you know. Our next tune called the same COVID-19 as a bonus track, tune called Bonify, and a tune called Revelo, our next tune called Dollars, remix of Dollars, next remix of the Revolution tune. The Do My Days on there, you know, respect Federation, you know, big up. In the simple sense of black body code. These are things we face every day in the Caribbean. Certain topics and certain, you know, how we look at things may be like, so we cannot necessarily look at it as how we look at in the 70s with the heartbeat coming you know, but we look at it differently, you know, because we are better people now, you know, we can't, so we don't learn nothing, you know, basically black body cool, you know, Mooley, you know, Foley.
So where can my jumpers get access to this Coolie Boy mixtape?
Well, I'm not selling, matter of fact, we have a tune on it too called Dance and Life to Mr. Easy, but I'm not selling, you know, it's a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you know, Bajja Jedd 5047.
Okay, that's what okay.
Yeah, and SoundCloud, you know, some people say Bajja Jedd is back on the scene, you know.
What say you?
Eh?
What say you?
Well, you know, I'm there. You know, I didn't go nowhere, but you know, it's a great man each and kept.
Yeah.
And at times we fast.
Right.
And I believe I fasted
I know you're
from
ready.
it, and then I went on to something else.
Definitely.
And really put all of that together, gather myself, gather my thoughts, and ready to come forward.
Definitely.
You know, we're older now, you know, more mature in most sense. We still can't wink up. We still can't. We still love the woman then continuously.
Right.
You know, respect to the children, you know, respect to the man them too, you know, and we still have a lot of songs, a lot of topics. And you know, you're open for, because we never stop learning, you know.
Definitely.
And like I say, we're gonna try every edge of the music. And our next person to our special request is Bajja Jedd. You know, she is the next person that inspired me at a certain point in watching.
Like a G.
Yeah, you know, it's like a consistent,
you
know, flow of hits and representation. You know, there's an inspiration.
So shout out to G, man. Look at the young, motivated, the old guy.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when Jordan a bounce ball and they say bounce it, you know, and they say, well, just like a guard, I go and bring down the ball from the other side and you keep bouncing at a certain level, move at a certain
Consistently.
speed. Yeah, and if we all can do that, because I make sure that we execute the shot.
Right.
You know, 3-pointer, slam dunk, anywhere around.
Anything is possible.
You know, and
Yeah,
you know, so I see
Definitely.
that in her, and as well as I would like to work with her too where the music is concerned.
So G.E.F., now listen, let your people talk to his people. Let's do this. Young people. It's it's now 15 minutes after the hour. We've gone far and beyond the time. So what we're going to do, we're going to blaze that final track for you, which is called What That'd Be Nice. Yes, and then we're going to make our outro. Before we do, is there anybody that you want to shout out, you know, big up today while you're on the radio?
Yeah, well, I want to big up to all Antiguanites, Barbuda people, you know, families here and there, friends, you know, virgins and sisters, you know, people all over the world, you know, where America is concerned, Europe, and I believe we all go as far as China too. The Caribbean, the whole Caribbean, variety is the spice of life, and, you know, black boy, the cool, you know, Mooley, you know, and we're not fooling, you know. Keep listening to Bajja Jedd, as well as, you know, I'll continue listening to everything the Caribbean have to offer, and we balance, you know, and enough respect and love.
Definitely. Jump on your boy, 1FM. That was Bajja Jedd for you right here in the studio on the Wake Up Shake Up Show with your DJ Murchie. On a Winning Wednesday, on an interview Winning Wednesday. Right, we're going to end our show with this final track from Bajja Jedd called What That'd Be Nice. Take a listen, guys.
Yeah, shame.
time flames beat the boy all time, don't lie.
Plywood studio, make out a plywood.
Plywood studio, oh my God, man. Big up the Bajja people them. Bajja man, we'll see you. So jumpers coming up next. We got DJ Trevor taking you on the 12. Yeah, 12 p.m. And right out there, we got the Handsome Gorilla Show. And from 3 until 6 is that original overdrive. Alright? Then look out for that Kissing After That show with Roger Light. Hey, it's from Bajja Jedd FM. I'll be back here tomorrow on a Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna dig up some songs. We're gonna throw back some songs. We're gonna go way back. Hey, shout out to Dansky. Hey, Dansky said big up, Bajja.
Yeah, man, big up Dansky.
Yeah, man, definitely. Hey, also big up to 22. Yeah, he was here with us today. Yeah, we're releasing his new songs. Guys, make sure you request the music. Not only request it, share, download it, and I love it, like it, even buy it. Anyway, I gotta go now. I got to go. Until you meet again tomorrow, guys, you have yourself a wonderful Wednesday.
Now it's over with. So if I can, people pick up on that.